I made a wedding arch for some friends getting married, and they wanted some plant stands to go along with the arch to match it. So that's what we're doing today. If you haven't had a chance to look at the wedding arch, take the time, take a look at it. First thing I did was cut 1x4s into 24 12-inch long pieces. Next, I cut 24 pieces 10.5 inches long. These went inside the 12-inch long pieces to make a 12-inch wide box on all four sides. I didn't know how heavy the plant would be. I didn't know if it would be top heavy, so I made a base to put on the bottom of it, cut them at 45 degrees. The shortest leg of that was 10.5 inches long. That way the box would set perfectly on top of it. Next, I cut 2x4s, two of them at 35.75 inches long, two of them at 25.75 inches long. Then I ripped them in two. This made the legs to hold everything together. The first part of assembly, I put the boxes together. My two plant stands one has 5 sections tall. The next one has 7 sections tall. That way they're not perfectly matching. They look a little bit nicer that way. I used drywall screws to fasten everything together. I don't know what you call these little jagged cleats that I put in, but they do a wonderful job holding things together, especially at corners, angles, just like we have here. I put one on each side of the joints. The boxes will have a burnt finish, just so it matches the arch. The legs inside, I didn't want to show up a lot, so I did go ahead and use a ebony stain to stain those posts so they don't show up quite as much as the rest of it. I stained the base the same ebony color as I did the posts. without asking initially when I started to make this, I was going to have the top of the plant stands be flat. That way the plant would just simply sit on top of it. But after talking around with people, everyone thought it would look nicer if we had a place for the plant to set down in on the top. So I'm making a bottom now to fit in the bottom of the top section. I took 1x4s and cut them to size, and I drilled the holes and used dowel pins to keep everything together and to add some strength. After the glue dried, I did take the pieces to the sander and sanded down the glue that came out of the joints, made everything smoother. The arch had a burnt finish to the wood, so I went ahead and burnt the boxes so everything matched. Took a little bit of time, but I liked the way it came out. More importantly, I think the couple did too. The last piece, the top piece, I went ahead and fastened the bottoms into the top section. Again, I used screws to fasten everything together. Next, I fastened the bottom box onto the base. That gave it a little bit more height, 3/4 of an inch, but just a little bit. Next, I fastened the legs, or the post that go on the inside of it, one on each corner, and again I just screwed those in. My spacing between the boxes, I wanted to have 1.5 inches spacing, so I simply put 2x4 blocks between my different sections, and that was perfect for holding the gap the way that I wanted it. Held the box in place while I screwed them together. After I made one stand with 5 sections tall, then I put the one together that had 7. Same process. Remember, initially the post was going to come up all the way to the top. Since we moved the shelf down to the bottom of the top section, I had to cut all the posts off 3.5 inches, and then I was able to screw the tops on. I use cabinet screws to fasten these down. They have good threads to hold into the post. Nice flat head to kind of look good, decorative. It's black as well, so it blended in pretty nice. I used the same water-based poly finish on the plant stands, 2 coats, just exactly like the wedding arch, so they should, hopefully, look nice sitting next to each other. Now we have the finished product. Looks pretty nice. If you haven't yet, please take the time to subscribe to the channel. That helps us out a lot in the rankings that the search engine uses. It also helps you find our channel the next time. Ring that bell. You'll be notified the next time we have a video up. Thank you. We'll see you on the next video.